making some very easy scones today, and we're omitting the butter and using ricotta instead. And the combination of orange and ricotta is amazing. And my ingredients, basically, I'm using self-raising flour, which I'm going to sift through twice. And then I've got my ricotta. I love the one that comes in the mold. And some eggs, honey instead of sugar, or you can use agave, and an orange, a pinch of salt, and my water near me, just in case, to bring it to the right consistency. It's very important when you're baking to keep some water next to you, and depending what you do, get it to the right consistency. So I'm starting with my flour and sifting it twice. That's the first time. And that's the second time. And it's quite good to bring your sieve up as high as possible so that you can incorporate a lot of air and have some light and fluffy scones. And then next I'm adding some ricotta. I love this one that comes in a mold. And I'm just going to crumble it into the flour. And then using my fingertips, I'm going to rub it in the same way that you would rub in butter. When the mixture resembles fine breadcrumbs and it looks very consistent, I'm going to add the other ingredients. I'm adding a pinch of salt, and that brings out all the flavors. Some honey or agave, 2 eggs, and then some citrus zest, finely grated. And I'm using oranges. You can make the same recipe using lemons or lime. And finally, I'm adding some orange juice, some fresh orange juice. If you like vanilla, you can also add a few drops of vanilla essence. And I'm taking a sharp knife and using it to cut through all the ingredients and bring the dough together. I've got the mixture here looking pretty consistent, and I'm just going to bring it together with my hands. I'm just going to scatter some flour very lightly on my clean surface and place my dough right on top, and flip it over once, and then just treat it ever so gently. And I'm going to use a rolling pin just to gently make the surface a bit more smooth. And I'm rolling it over without really pushing it down. I've covered my baking tray with some baking paper and I'm using some baking spray. And you can use a cutter, you can use either the plain side or the crinkly side. And the idea and secret is just to cut them once without moving it from left to right, because then you've got very lopsided results. And you've got to leave them pretty thick, about 3 centimeters at least. And the remainder of the dough I'm just putting together again and then recutting some more, but the best scones come out from the first cut. And I'm going to finish off my scones before I place them in a preheated oven of 180 degrees with some beaten egg and then topped with some sunflower seeds if you want to. And then for the sunflower seeds, I always like to boost, to fortify my food with ingredients that benefit our health. So these are my ricotta and orange scones topped with some sunflower seeds, and I've brushed them very lightly with some honey, or you can use agave. And what better way to have a cup of tea than with a lovely warm scone.